All right, take a look at that. The Central Library in downtown St. Louis is undergoing a $70 million restoration and renovation project. The new library is set to open later this year. We want to welcome to Great Day Waller McGuire. He's the executive director of the St. Louis Public Library. We want to talk more about this renovation and restoration project. Welcome to Great Day.
Thanks for having me, Carol.
That's a stunning picture we just saw there. And I was downtown recently, drove past it, and it made me think for a moment, did they tear down the entire building? It looks so different. It just looks different.
No, we did not. One of the great buildings of the United States, but it has been completely cleaned, restored, reworked from top to bottom, a huge undertaking.
And so what we see, number one, just visually, because it's gleaming, is just because we cleaned it.
Right. Many, many years of coal dust, as you can imagine,
Right.
and other challenges here. It's also being relit very carefully. So when the building reopens, it's going to be breathtaking.
Are we on time with the construction? Where do we stand with the entire project?
We are on time and on budget. This is our centennial year. Central opened to the public in 1912, so we were determined to reopen it to the public 100 years later. So we will be doing that. Actually, the date has been chosen on December the 9th of 2012. Just squeaking in, but we're going to make it our centennial year.
And there are those who asked us to ask you about the glass tiles in the old stacks area. Very important to many. It's a gorgeous thing. Were you able to keep them?
It was stunning. It was an enormous room at the back of the library, 7 stories high, a block long, in which the collection was stored, and it had glass floors. It was like walking through an aquarium. It was an astonishing experience. Didn't meet any modern safety codes, didn't meet any accessibility codes, had to be entirely changed, but that space gave us the opportunity to put in modern spaces, and yes, we preserved the glass. We actually turned it up on its side and made divider walls out of it, so you can see what used to be the floors and people can experience it again.
So you have modernized the space and you've increased it greatly. You've added like an auditorium as well.
We found space for the auditorium and what was the coal bin for the library, if you can believe it. A beautiful, stunning, doesn't sound like it, but a stunning auditorium theater for 250 built in that enormous space. And then, yes, many modern new spaces that are built in what used to be staff or workroom space. I
can't help but imagine that you've found some things, even as the executive director, that you found some things and sort of eyebrow-raising, interesting, heart-fluttering things.
Well, you know, we spent 10 years planning this, trying not to have any surprises, because surprises tend to be expensive.
Yes.
But I did see your segment on shades of gray, you know, when we were emptying out all of the old vaults. The vaults that were hidden away in the walls of the library. We did find, for instance, a book tucked away behind a bookcase called Woman's Physiology, printed in 1865. Some librarian who tended to be men at the time didn't think that was appropriate for prying eyes and had hidden it away behind the walls. Standards of what is shocking changed, let's just say that.
I love it.
So we brought that back out as a historical circumstance, but we tried very hard not to be surprised.
Okay. And I was telling Waller that I got a Nook for Christmas last year, and I thought I'll never go to the electric. I love a book in my hand, which brings us to the relevance of libraries in an era of the internet and downloading of books.
Yeah, libraries aren't just about books. We have 4 million items in our collection. Really only about 1 million of them are books. But you can go to our website and download to your e-reader as well. You can download movies and music and a whole host of things. So libraries across the nation are busier than they've ever been.
And you had to update what you do.
Yes, it actually tends to be young people who are some of the most dedicated library users. They have learned in their studies and various work that you can't just Google something and get the answer very often, and libraries can help in that. So more people are coming to us in different ways than ever before.
It's so good to have you on Great Day.
I'm thrilled to be here, and we're thrilled about the project. Carol, thanks so much.
December 9th.
December 9th, open to the public. 9th.
You can find out more about the Central Library Project and anything associated with the St. Louis Public Library through this website, slpl.org.